Let's talk about something that's on everybody's mind right now. Artificial intelligence. It's this incredible technology that feels like it holds so much promise, but at the same time, it can be a source of some pretty deep anxiety. So today, we're going to unpack that. The good, the bad, and the really tough questions we have to start answering.
You know, this coach just nails the feeling around AI today, doesn't it? It's like we're all walking on this bridge to the future, but the builders are still putting the planks down right in front of us. It's exciting for sure, but yeah, maybe a little terrifying too. And that really gets to the heart of it. AI is a classic double-edged sword. It has this unbelievable potential to make our world better, but it also carries some very real risks. So let's take a look at both sides of that blade. All right, so first up, let's talk about the good stuff, the promise of AI. And we're not just talking about a cool new gadget. This is a whole new wave of innovation that could fundamentally change how we work, learn, and just live. And the speed at which this is all happening is just wild. I mean, look at this. It took Google Translate more than 6 years to get to 100 million users. TikTok, which felt like an explosion, did it in 9 months. But ChatGPT, it got there in just 2 months. That kind of exponential growth is exactly why we need to be having this conversation, like right now. So what does this actually look like in the real world? Well, for starters, AI can take over all those boring, repetitive tasks, which frees us up to focus on the things humans are great at, like creativity and strategy. It can even change what it means to be a leader by handling the admin work and acting as a personalized coach to help managers become more, well, human. And you know who's jumping on this technology first? Students. A recent study looked at what they think, and the results are pretty clear. They overwhelmingly see AI as a positive thing, a tool that can help them learn and get their work done. And this quote from a student really says it all. The idea isn't to replace teachers. It's about making learning better, more interactive. It's about giving students another way to understand things if the traditional lecture just isn't clicking for them. Okay, but it's not all sunshine and roses. With all this incredible promise comes some serious peril. And we have to talk about the other side of that double-edged sword, the ethical minefield we're now trying to navigate.
One of the biggest dangers you'll hear about is something called AI bias. So what is that exactly? Well, think of it like this. If you teach an AI using biased information from the internet, which, let's be honest, is full of it, the AI won't just learn our biases, it can actually amplify them and apply them at a massive scale. Let's look at a real-world case study, facial recognition. Studies have shown time and again that these systems have way higher error rates when trying to identify women and people of color. And this isn't just some harmless glitch. This is the kind of flaw that can lead to absolutely devastating consequences, like people being wrongfully arrested. And it's not just bias we have to worry about. There's this other huge threat, using AI as a weapon to create and spread misinformation. These new AI tools can create text, images, and even videos that look completely real, but are totally fake. You might have even seen this happen recently. After a controversial ad from the artist Ye, a fake AI-generated video of other celebrities reacting to it started spreading like wildfire. It got debunked, sure, but it's a perfect example of how easy this is to do. And as actress Scarlett Johansson said, this could multiply the spread of hate speech and create a really toxic environment. And remember those students we talked about earlier, the ones who were so optimistic? Well, they're worried too. This quote from another student cuts right to the fear that if we rely too much on AI, things like original thought and critical thinking could just disappear. So you've got this massive potential on one hand and these huge risks on the other. That brings us to the million-dollar question. Who's in charge here? Who gets to write the rules for this powerful new creation? This is the challenge we're facing. It's not some problem for the distant future. It's about the decisions we're making today. And if we're going to navigate this new world, we're going to need a map. We need a framework for how to move forward responsibly.
And that's where this idea of AI governance comes into play. It's not about one single law. It's about creating a whole system of rules, guidelines, and processes to make sure that AI is developed and used in a way that's ethical and safe. At its core, AI governance is built on some pretty common sense ideas. We need AI that we can trust, it has to be safe, it has to respect our privacy, and it has to be fair. We need to be able to understand how it works, that's transparency, and at the end of the day, someone has to be held accountable. And here's the thing. This isn't just a job for the government or for big tech companies. It's on all of us, at every level. As individuals, our job is to stay informed. For organizations, it means creating clear ethical rules.
And for society as a whole, yeah, governments need to step up and create regulations that protect all of us.
There's a quote that just sums this up perfectly. You can buy an AI solution, but you can't outsource accountability. No matter how advanced the technology gets, the responsibility for how it's used and for its consequences always comes back to us humans.
So where do we go from here? We've looked at the incredible promise, we've stared into the potential peril, and we've talked about the need for rules. Now we have to actually face the future.
And this is so important to remember. The future of AI isn't some tidal wave that's just going to wash over us. It's something we are actively building. Right now, with every choice we make, we get to decide what it looks like.
Which leaves us with the ultimate question, really. What is our shared responsibility here? How do we build a future where AI makes us more human, not less? The answer to that is still being written, and it's up to all of us to help write it.